Hello everyone, my name is Nikoya, and this is Kentucky Route Zero, Act 4, Scene 2, a gas station. Got it close. I usually find this place upriver. Everybody's on the lake tonight. The gas station moves around, running on fumes. Well, I guess the gas station looks like it might be floating, so yeah, it might move around. But running on fumes. Yeah, it's this little game I play. Try to get the needle all the way down before I fill it back up, like playing chicken with a fuel gauge. I did that earlier this week with my motorcycle. Kind of forgot to fuel up after lunch, so wasn't quite on purpose, but yeah, that was an interesting experience. Thankfully didn't run out of gas, made it to a station, filled up, but yeah, lesson learned. Sounds ridiculous, right? Sounds efficient, sounds fun. Not really efficient, I guess it is a little. You spend less time filling up because you have to stop fewer times, presumably, but if you run out, that would eat up your efficiencies pretty hardcore, so I think they're just doing it for fun. Take it where I can get it, right? Anyway, it's nice to see you two. Most of my regular passengers have gotten held up elsewhere in their journey tonight. It's that storm, I think. Was there a storm? I remember it raining at some point during this game, but I don't remember if we were in a storm when we got on the boat. I just have no idea. Oop, Ezra sprinted past. Look at him go. That kid has a lot of energy. It's got to be past his bedtime or something, right? He's nocturnal? I don't think he has a bedtime. He's a maverick. Okay, he's a maverick. Sounds familiar. Haha. You don't have any of your own, No, I guess not. I just realized you two come through here so often. We chat about all kinds of stuff, but I never thought to ask about family. We're all the family we need. Who has the time? You know what? Time is important. Yeah, sure. You got to prioritize. Family is a big time suck. So, how about that storm upstairs? Did you two get caught in it? I heard it kind of roamed around, uncertain. I'm sure we'll hear about it tomorrow. Flooding, property damage, probably killed a few tomatoes. It's got the river churning and everyone headed to the lake here, where the water's calmer. Really? It'd be calmer on the lake? Well, I guess if it's water flowing, stirring up turbidity, whatever it's turbulence, and not wind whipping up the waves, then the lake would be calmer. I myself don't mind navigating a choppy river, not at all. Got a good feel for it. Plus, better for the fungal growth. High water consumes the cave moths, and their wet wings clump together into these little balls of nutrient-dense mushroom food, jammed by the current here and there between the rocks. You have never seen a mushroom grow like on a soggy cave moth carcass. Wow, learn something new every day, I guess. Amazing. If I could get a day off, Val and I would be out there all day tomorrow to harvest. They'll be ready by tomorrow. A mushroom will grow just as fast as you can pump water into it. Mushrooms do grow, actually, shockingly fast. Hey, are you two headed out this way tomorrow? Maybe I could send Val ashore with you for a few hours. She's got a remarkable nose for mushrooms. You wouldn't even need to know what to look for. Put a bag around her neck and she'll just bring them back to you. Wow, what a good dog. Yeah. No room on the bike for a dog, Cricket. We don't know where we'll be tomorrow. Nah. Putting a dog on a bike is a bad idea. I know some people do it and they put like a pad on the tank, but come on, man, that's not good. She could curl up in the sidecar. I'll sit in my legs. Ooh. Yeah, don't sit on your legs, man. That's good recipe for blood clots there. So, I should get back aboard. No rush. I just want to brew some tea before we get underway. Head into the station? Yeah, picking up a snack for Johnny. Thought I'd grab some black coffee for the old man. He's looking a bit waterlogged. Yeah, I think especially after that beer and having like a few fewer limbs than he started the game with. Let's give him some coffee. Sure, don't want him falling asleep on you. Nah, he'll be alright. He seems like the type who can hold his liquor. Seems like he has a little experience, Let's not go there. Hey, while you're in there, could you remind the gas station attendant that fuel's on my tab? Charge to the mucky mammoth. Oh, and Will wanted a scratch ticket. Thanks. I guess he did. I think I'll just watch the lake for a bit, ma'am. Well, guess we're going in the gas station. I love how she's just like this robotic android thing and nobody even bothers to care. So, do you want to talk Johnny and Val, the attendant? Talk the attendant. Looking for crystals? Snacks. Why do you seem to be looking for crystals? I need a scratch ticket. Okay, snacks is not coffee. That's what we went in for. So let's at least get the scratch ticket. What kind? The one with the bats, Sudoku puzzle, grassy field. You know, I feel like when you're down here, we'll probably get fill of bats. Sudoku, come on, that's like so 2003. Let's go grassy field. Hello, boats floating by. Money minefield, okay. That sounds dangerous. Anything else? Snacks. Let's not get snacks. What the crystals? Got them on sale. All kinds of folks have come in here looking for crystals. There's few are there with milky white shocks through the middle, like you caught a piece of a cloud. People seem to like those a lot. Neat. Yep. Popular crystals. You work on the Mammoth? I can add it to your tab. Passenger? Oh, you know the tugboat? Captain Kate said I'd have to remind you. Yes, let's remind them. Sure, they're here every night. It's okay, I have one of those faces. Forgettable. Aww. Let's not say that. It's okay, I learned to accept it. In fact, I learned to cherish it. There's dignity in being forgotten, letting the crowd flow around you unspoiled. You know, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I used to live in the city. I mean a real city. Cleveland, Ohio. I had family money then. I didn't have to work. Lived in hotels. In daylight, I walked wherever people were. My only duty was to the crowd. I was its observer. Its historian. Its detective. Its poet. Neat. I tell you what, I lived for a while with some money, not having to do anything. That's the way to do it. Well, money ran out, and I dispersed with the rest of them. Took my duties with me here to Lake Lethe and the Echo River. I live behind this counter, anonymous, invisible, but I live with dignity. That's good. And yourself? Sure, something like that. No, I don't think so. Okay. Not sure what I just answered. I enjoy the company of strangers. I like to keep moving. I always keep moving. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I can't help it myself. Travel at the pleasure of the current. We keep all crystals on that shelf over there. Buy one, get one free. Of equal or lesser symmetry. Neat. Should we talk to Norm? Should we look at something? Let's look at the crystals. Alright, so that's what we're looking at. The crystals are rough, dirty. Some of them are damp. They must have come out of the river. The attendant is a trip. Johnny seemed distant. I don't remember how Johnny seemed, but that attendant is pretty cool. Letting the crowd flow around you unspoiled, he said. Anonymous, invisible, but I live with dignity, he said. You know, I like that crowd flow one. Jubug tried to scrape some green algae off a larger specimen and examining it for the cloudy inner formation the attendant said was so popular. Hey now, you never know. That green algae might be worth something. What a depressing outlook. Who knows, maybe he's onto something. I think he is onto something. Ha, K, Y, U, and a few numbers are woven through the algae. Thank you? But what has to happen to a person to make them think that way? Did Johnny ever feel like that? This isn't algae at all. It's a decayed plastic bag caught on the rock. Oh, well, that's clearly not worth anything. Well, let's say hello to Norm, shall we? I don't know who Norm is. He's some guy who just happened upon here. Shit, that floodwater washed you halfway up out to sea. I was looking for you down by New Königsberg, same as usual, but ain't nobody there. And the river's deep as an elephant's. Oh, didn't see you there, ma'am. Pardon my language. What, elephant? Where are you headed? Haha, alright, you're no paper flower, I see that. Extending his hand warmly. I expect you must be Loretta. Enchanted to meet you. Sorry I'm late. Hey, is that coming too flowery or something? Enchanted? Repeating it now. Feel a little silly. I'm not Loretta, but I think you'll do fine with Enchanted. Enchanted sound pretty old-fashioned. Is that the kind of gal Loretta is? Yeah, Enchanted's fine. Well, thanks for saying so. But now I'm double embarrassed. How do you know Loretta? Do I look like her? You picked a funny place to meet. It's not that funny. I mean, it's a gas station. Do I look like her? How do you know her? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of prying, but he brought her up. I really don't. Oh, well, there you go. Met Loretta on the computer. We met each other there, or I guess we spoke through the computer and agreed to meet. I don't know the terminology. Haven't dated in quite a while. Back when I met Greta, that's my wife, excuse me, my ex, or maybe I'm her ex. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, back then there wasn't even such a thing as computers at all. I mean, I guess there probably was, but I never heard of one. Worked in textiles. Yeah, good business. So here I am. Didn't work out with Greta? No. Don't pick at old wounds. So what's your plan when Loretta shows up? Oh, maybe head down to the rum colony. Shoot, I forgot to ask if she likes to drink. You never really know these days. I guess first I'd ask her about that. If she doesn't like rum, maybe I'd try to take her by the Bat Sanctuary. That's pretty romantic, in a sense. I mean, like mist valleys and ruined churches romantic, not like flowers and chocolates romantic. That depends on the girl. Entirely depends. Of course, they've got that memorial there. It's a little depressing, actually. Maybe we kind of sail around that. Damn it all, I guess I probably missed her. Wonder if she'll agree to meet me again. I'm sure she'll understand with the weather and all. I wouldn't if I thought I'd been stood up. No, we gotta be understanding. Nice of you to say so. Well, I guess I'll head on back. Hey, supposing Loretta doesn't want to see me after all. My car is full. I'm out of your league. Haha, I won't argue with that. Actually, I want to ask you for some advice. I had to type up a sort of autobiography of the computer date, and I spent a lot of time on it, but I only got one reply. That was Loretta herself. I was happy to meet her, but supposing she's lost interest now. Don't be depressing, man. Do you think you maybe give me some feedback? It's only a paragraph or so. I have it all memorized. Spent so damn long writing it. You're overthinking things, man. Here it goes. I'm a good-natured man, retired, and spend most of my time sailing the Exo River, riding currents of subterranean gas and that strange invisible wind that moans out of the small tunnels along the bank. Kind of poetic. Seeking a companion to map the river with me. I have 2 grown children, but they live far away. No goofballs. Okay, what do you think? Well, it's a start. Think about the wind a little much. Why mention the children? What's that all goofballs? You know, if they don't live with you anymore, I mean, you're old. There's probably a chance you're going to have children somewhere in the picture, so. I figure it'll come up somehow. I don't know how people feel about dating with kids. Like I said, it's been a while. Well, you see, again, if you get past a certain age, you can't really be hung up about kids. Yeah, sure I am. My son is a school teacher and my daughter owns a printing press. Good people. Yeah, maybe I just mentioned it there, hoping I'd get asked to brag a little. Haha. Thing about the wind is a little much, or what was that thing about goofballs? Let's talk about the goofballs. I mean, like, serious inquiries only. Real people wasting your time? You might miss out on some really great goofballs. That's true. Haha, you may be right about that. Think about the wind is a little much? Nah, the wind's fine. Alright, thanks for your help, ma'am. Really renewed my confidence. I'm ready to get back on that computer. Well, you go, man. Well, good night now. What's left of it, anyway. Alright, time to talk Johnny and Val. While Norm heads off on his way. That's perfect time. What do you think about that other dog we got on board, Val? Mushroom hunting, huh? Blue's a sleepy old hound dog. No, she isn't doing any mushroom hunting, that's for sure. Blue came along with that old man drinking up all your beer. Not much for mushroom hunting. I'd like to try my hand at mushroom hunting, but I bet I'm pretty good at it. Weird cave fungus growing on soggy moth wings. Sounds kind of romantic, but also kind of gross, right? Yeah, I mean the moth wings, it's kind of neat, but the soggy bit is like, a little bit weird. So, can you fit in the sidecar? So, would you like to ride with us for the day? Would you like to ride with us for the day? I bet you would, we're good company. I guess you'd miss Kate even just for a day. He'll be fine. Maybe we could still talk her into it. Nah, I guess it's settled anyways. Nice to think about it, though. Yeah. Let's not question things. So, I guess that's that for the gas station. Diesel, liquor, coffee, and snacks. Hopefully that comes through on the video. Hey, Johnny. What's that? It's a crystal. Bought it for you. Oh, I guess we got one. Wow, thank you, ma'am. Hey, can you hold on to it for a minute? I'm going to look around inside. Wish me luck. Good luck. Don't take too long. Come on. He asked you to wish him luck. So you wish him luck. We have another guy popping in here. Let's talk with the attendant, see what they got to say. Where do these crystals come from? Hey man, how's your night? Just be cordial. Quiet. Where are you headed? Helping some new friends make a delivery, or along for the ride anyway. Just following Junebug. She was in here a minute ago. Yeah, we're not just following Junebug. Come on. Well, even if you're not doing heavy lifting or navigating or whatever, passenger contributes to the journey too. That is very, very true. Excuse me. I just had a delicious pot pie for dinner, and I'm burping a little. I never travel, but I do love travelers. That's what I like about this job. Travelers come to me. Yeah, it's a nice way to think about it. You ever get lonely? That's too negative. Do you live nearby? Well, you live right here. How about talk about interesting people? I wouldn't say I meet them, but I do sell them gas. And crystals, apparently. Well, let me know if I can help you find anything. Well, let's talk to Al, shall we? What do you got to say? Glory, it's good to be among friends. Suit yourself. What are you so excited about? Wow, I should take a page out of your book, man. I'd give you any advice I could, little guy, but I think the most important thing I can say is... Glory, it is good to be among friends. Helps keep things in perspective, I guess? Or, okay, I'll see what I can do with that. Yeah, keeps things in perspective. It's a ritual of remembrance for me. Tonight, particularly so. It's my birthday. I'm 5 years old. Do you know why I say that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Is it because you're 5 years old? Maybe? 5 years and some days ago, I set out on the Echo River alone, or so I thought at the time. I was looking for an ice floe. They are occasionally rumored to travel our humble artery on their way from who knows where to who knows where. Who knows why? It's a mystery. Is that how you spell ice floe? Weird. An hour into the journey, my lantern gave out. Now, I always carry 3 or 4 spares. You'll never catch me in the dark again. Lesson learned, buddy. I should say. But that night, when the lantern went out, I was stuck in the dark. I kept my arm extended, running my fingers along the cave wall, trying to keep my bearing as best I could, and at least make sure I wasn't going in circles. I just prayed I'd find another traveler who knew his way back to the lake or above ground, or even just a crack in the rock to get a glimpse of moonlight. I had a large bag of apples with me. After a long while, maybe a day, I was getting weak, so I took my hand down from the rock to tear open the bag. Well, when I reached back out, couldn't find that cave wall anymore, or any other. I was totally unmoored, buddy, totally adrift. And it was so dark. I started counting time in apples eaten, drifted in despair for 4 apples. Then I schemed a plan to dream for 2 apples. Finally, I came to accept my fate. Lost at sea, and in this phase I think I could count it indefinitely, had I not come down to that very last damn apple. Picture me feeling around in the empty bag, certain that somehow there was another one of those fist-sized chunks of life-giving fruit, already softened by time and probably an unappetizing brown. Nope, and that was it. Just as I was about to bite into my last meal, I felt a tickle on my upper lip. It hatched right then. Couldn't have been a moment later, or I would have been eaten by it. My last apple was infested by a damn fruit fly maggot. Ew. Well, that should have been the end of it. I should have eaten that apple and that fly while I was at it and put the end to our little food chain suicide pact, but I waited, out of mercy. After all, this fly was basically a newborn child, right? A gross insect child, but still a child, right? Born into darkness and famine, hungry and alone. I mean, can you imagine that? No other flies out there on the boat, and never would be. No other flies welcome him into the world. I mean, no fly culture, no fly society, no fly history. Not sure if they have any of those things. But he was a true orphan. I started to get depressed just thinking about it all. Worked out a thick tear, I'm not ashamed to say. Well, that fly landed on my cheek right under my left eye, right up on that salty teardrop, and then, blinding glory, his ass lit up like a candle. It wasn't a fly, buddy, that was a damn lightning bug. Yeah, they're not that bright. So that's how come I'm here today with you folks, only because I found my way out of that strange river cave by the dim-lit rear of some orphan insect hatched out of my last rotten apple. Glory is good to be among friends. Well, I guess so. Did Johnny talk your ear off out here? Big plans for the night. Let's not be negative about Johnny. Us, I think we'll just see where the river goes and what pace. Me and Johnny probably should probably start looking for a place to stop and recharge for the day. Yeah, we'll just see where the river goes. No sense in rushing it, right? You can't rush the river. Looks like you got that figured out already, Val. No sense in rushing it. And out of the gas station we go. Hey, June. Wonder what happened if I went back in. That guy's a trip. That gas station attendant. Did you talk to him? It's funny. He actually reminds me of that frog we had for a bit. That frog you had? I thought it was a toad. Oh, is there a difference? Oh, well, yeah. Toads live in mud. Frogs live in trees. Toads have warts. They're not technically warts. Huh, never knew. Okay, so how does that gas station attendant remind you of a frog? Seemed more like a cat to me. The attendant, I mean. It was a bit of a cat. Just sort of letting life pass him by. Watching through the window. Oh yeah, I can see that too. Aloof, strangely chatty. Maybe we should pick up another one. A frog, or a cat, or an iguana. Or something. What do you want a pet for? Feeling lonely, Cricket? Or maybe a third person to travel with? Not exactly. Oh, that's good. Not like that guy in the gas station. That guy lets the world wash over him, static like a rock. But you and me both together, I mean, we're always moving, always changing. I think it's because we feel safe with each other, you know? Free. We can try stuff out, change your clothes, swap parts around, just play. I'm not lonely, just curious. With another person to play with, what else could we be? You may be right, Cricket. I don't think it's a good idea. We can keep it in mind. Let's not rush into anything. Yeah. You're right about that, ma'am. No rush. Never want to rush into that sort of thing. Oh, that's Kate. Time to hit the road. River, I mean. Well, here we go. See that small brick building? It used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's inhabited by very skilled taxidermists whose art is greatly in demand. When it was a upholstery shop, it didn't see nearly as much business. Well, yeah, I can imagine. The old shop's name has been lost to time and weather. This is decades ago. The only trace of it now is a grade frame that an old sign behind the new lettering, which now reads Trapper, Stalker, and Sportsman. And then below, smaller, no specimen too exotic, no arrangement too fanciful. Some of the upholstery equipment is still in there too, and still sees active use. Elise is a resident artist, though she's not the owner of the shop. It's owned by her aunt Ida. It's owned by a reclusive ex-convict named Judah. Let's go for Ida. Ida has very little to do with the day-to-day. She's busy with other endeavors, mostly the restaurant and her husband. She and her husband run on Lake Lethe. Cool. Oh, that looks like a neat little cabana thing going on there. Shannon retreated to the TV room to browse the Mammoth's video collection, or Shannon followed the other travelers ashore to a drowsy beachside bar called the Rum Colony. You know, I feel like Shannon was intrigued by that whole video collection thing. Or was Junebug intrigued by it? No, Junebug was intrigued by it. There's slightly too many characters in this game, I'm finding. Difficult to keep them all straight. But let's let Shannon have a browse of the video collection. Just to see what happens. And that should do it for Act 4, Scene 2. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed watching.